Welcome to the She Rolls Rogue podcast, where it's no gi,
no rules,
no apologies,
and this is episode number 1.
Woo-hoo.
So, people might see that we actually recorded episode number 1 already. But I was doing the editing, and our audio, I thought wasn't picking you guys up, but it really was.
Oh.
So I'm constantly like speaking to the microphone, and it was picking you guys up. So it was just the audio being funky and monkey. So, but episode number 1, I figured we could just go through and introduce ourselves, what rank we are, how we got into jiu-jitsu, how long we've been training, all of the good things, and then kind of talk about how we wanted to start the podcast, decided to, all the good things. So, do we want to start with Tori?
We do.
First of all, what rank are you?
2-stripe white belt.
Perfect.
I don't know why, I can never remember.
You nailed it. And then how long have you been training?
It just hit a year in December. And
how did I
start?
Yeah.
My husband trains, and he's trained for a few years. And then my kids started training, and I never knew what anyone was talking about, or never knew anything that they were talking about, and it drove me nuts, but I was like too scared to try it still. And then I met Chelsea at the local fight that we went to, and just got to talking with her. And I don't know, it just made me feel like super comfortable. So then I was just like, you know what, screw it, I'm just going to do it. And I signed up for the next class. And then I've been here ever since. And now it just stuck with me.
Happily.
We'll keep you.
Yeah,
We'll keep you
like
around.
having you around.
Cool. So, Natalie, what rank are you?
I'm a baby purple. I just got my purple belt.
Natalie, a month ago exactly? What day was it?
December 16th, right?
Okay, so
pretty close.
Just a little bit over a month ago, Natalie got her purple belt from her husband, Ken.
It was so cute. It
was so
adorable. I was like tearing up in the back. I was like, stop it.
I was super embarrassing.
I was standing up there, and I was just like, don't cry, you're in front of the whole gym right now.
I was fine until I said nice things, and then I was like, oh.
He did say nice things.
He doesn't do that.
He does that sometimes.
I know, I was like, I've never heard you be this nice before.
I love
so
languages and
sweet.
insults, so we're super nice to each other. It puts everyone off.
Your household in general.
Yeah.
Their
My whole
kids
family's
too.
like that.
They just are ruthless.
We roast each other.
Oh man. Anyways.
Yeah.
How long have you been training?
Alright, so as I said, baby purple, I started in April of 2020. Right? So just under 6 years. My kids, just like Tori, it seems to be a pretty common thing, is my kids and my husband started, and I kind of jumped on and off the mat. Tried a couple of times, didn't like it, for about 5 years, and then finally 5 years later, I told myself I was going to do it, and I said I would try for 6 months, 2 to 3 times a week, and if I still didn't like it, at least I gave it my best shot, then I could walk away at least feeling like I tried, and 3 months in, fully addicted, and it's been almost 6 years ever since. So
I feel like once you hit that 3 month mark.
Right.
Wow.
Tongue twister.
I would say it's Monday, but it's not.
No, it feels like a Monday.
Just a tongue twister.
But I feel like once you hit that 3 month, that's when things kind of start to click. At least
makes
one
sense
thing.
a little bit more.
Yeah.
You're starting to at least understand the purpose of what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
And then I just kind of fell in love with it and recognized the power you have behind it.
Right.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I like to tell people when they first start, I feel like people get frustrated,
Mm-hmm.
and so they're like, oh, jiu-jitsu just doesn't make sense.
So easy to feel stupid.
You feel so dumb.
Yeah.
I remember feeling so defeated so many times in the beginning, and I was just like,
You go home.
I don't know anything. Yeah, I'm like driving in silence, like little tear falling down. Just
Why am I doing
why do I come back?
Yeah, but after that 3 month mark, it's usually one thing clicks, and then
Yeah.
it's
And you're like, oh,
Right.
I know something.
yeah,
Right.
You're
right.
like, that was cool.
And then you're like, I know jiu-jitsu, guys. I'm a pro grappler now.
Yeah, I know everything.
And then you start buying all this stuff, like
Yeah.
you're spending hundreds of dollars
Yeah.
on this stuff.
I think that's about when I was like, okay, I officially think I can buy my first rash guard.
Yeah.
I'll stop wearing my husband's.
I'll stop stealing wills.
I still wear his. It's
I was
okay.
gonna say, I still live out
Yeah.
there.
Um,
So, Chelsea,
Yeah, how about you?
your story.
yeah, so I am a two-stripe blue belt.
Yeah.
Two-stripe blue belt. And I've been training for, it'll be 5 years in April. So you and I are,
Almost exactly a year apart.
that's
Mhm.
crazy. I don't think I knew that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so April it'll be 5 years that I've been training, and I got into it. I was in a relationship. Well, before the relationship, I had a best friend that did it, and she was always like, "Hey, let me show you what I learned at class." I'm like, "No, thank you." She's like, "You should come to class." I'm like, "No, thank you. I have zero interest in that." And so I just turned her down left and right, and then I was in a relationship, and it was his birthday, and I asked him what he wanted to do for his birthday, and he said, "I want you to come do jiu-jitsu with me," and I was like, shit, I can't tell him
How do
no.
you say no?
So I did a private lesson, and then did an open mat, and then it was one of those things where it was like, okay, I'll give it a try, and it was twice a week. And I think it was probably after like 3 months, like we were kind of seeing where things started to click. People wanted me to compete. I didn't want to compete. My big thing was I don't want to compete until I have at least one stripe on my belt. And as soon as I got that stripe on my belt,
Then people started asking you.
people were like, "Hey, there's a Grappling Industries in Chicago, and you have a stripe now, so sign up." So yeah, I got into it that way. But now it's been 5 years. I love it, and big time on competing. I think all of us.
And now 2 days a week feels like practically nothing,
I know.
doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
It felt like such
I-
a stretch when you first started.
Yes.
Yes, because it's like you get 1 day of rest and you're like, oh, and like you're hurting a little bit, you know, in the beginning, like you're just not used to kind of being banged around. Like I remember that was such a big thing for me. I was just like, I had all sisters, like I'm not used to being like just tossed and thrown and just stuff hurting all the time. And then now you're like, somebody new comes in, they like knee you or something, and you're like, oh, I'm so used to it.
Whatever.
And they're like, I'm so sorry.
Hopefully, I get a black eye.
Yeah, I'm
It's a
waiting.
badge of honor. Yeah.
Have you gotten your first black eye?
No, I'm
Oh.
patiently waiting. That big bruise I got on my thigh last week, I'm like, you could have just been up
Yeah.
here. It would have been
It
way
took-
cooler.
It took me 4 years to get my first black eye, and I got it at Grappling Industries in April.
Yeah.
When she cracked open my nose and everything too. I took a knee, but I had been training a couple of years ago, and someone went to like go to mount, and she slipped, and I took like the point of her elbow into my eye socket, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, you're gonna have a black eye," and I'm like, "No, this is it, it's gonna happen,
You still
like,
didn't?
I'm gonna get a black eye," and it didn't even nothing.
Yeah, I've only had one.
You've only had one.
Mm-hmm.
That was like recently,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
No.
Yours was
That's probably
nasty
Ken.
too, wasn't
The
it?
one I had was I lost a headbutt war. We both headbutt like same time. I lost.
Oh, I'm thinking of your arm.
Oh, that wicked
That
bruise
was
on my arm.
crazy.
Yeah, that was a cool bruise.
Yeah.
That was recent. Yeah.
Yeah.
But your husband gets black eyes like no
He
other.
gets them
Yeah.
split. So he split
Yes.
it once, and ever since then the skin there is soft. So if you hit him just right, it'll open back up. again.
Yeah, Will gets black eyes easily too, and I'm like, ah, that's so unfair because they don't want them. They don't
I
think
know.
they're as cool. I mean, it's because you're a guy. It's way cooler if a girl has a black eye.
So they like the cauliflower ear.
Yeah.
Not the black eyes.
I don't want color.
I
know.
hair.
I don't
That
want
just
color.
is horrible.
I would tolerate it, but I
Yeah.
don't.
It looks. It's just. I've watched him take syringes and syringes out, and I'm like, no, thank you. I'm done.
Do you do it for him? Do you surgery?
I had to. Like when he first started, and he like had to take it out. There was like a couple times where he just like couldn't see what he was doing, so I had to do it, and I was like, this is why I'm not
I
in the
did it
medical
with
field.
friends. Not anymore. His ears are just rock hard now, but I did it. a
It's
couple
so
times.
weird. Like it is the weirdest. Like feel it. So just go up to him and like grab his ear once. It feels so
Your
weird.
husband already thinks I'm weird.
He
And now if I go
so he
up to
would
him-
not be shocked by it.
True.
He'd be
That's
like, just do it.
Him and I have that relationship though, because just the other week, I don't remember who I was rolling with, and all of a sudden, I think I was rolling with Alex Docha, and all of a sudden I feel something in my ear, because like I'll do that to people where I'm rolling, I'll stick my finger in the ear, like someone I know. Like,
Yeah.
let's clarify that it's people I know I'm friends with. But all of a sudden I was like, I feel like I have Alex's arms all tied up, but there's a finger in my ear, and I look, and it was your husband reaching across the mat, and he's like looking at me, I'm like, get out of here.
Yeah, not shocked.
What a weirdo.
Not shocked.
Yeah, so that's how we all got into the sport of jiu-jitsu. All a little bit different stories,
Yeah.
which is cool.
Yeah.
We all had significant others that did it though, so that's
Right.
the tie there. So,
Yeah.
I feel like as a woman getting into the sport, it's hard, right?
It's intimidating for sure.
It's very intimidating.
Right.
Like, I had zero interest in it, especially like walking into a room full of sweaty men that are rolling around on the ground.
That took me a
Yeah.
little bit to get used to.
Yeah.
I was like used to sweating a bunch from like where I worked out before, and so like the being covered in sweat didn't bother me, but it was like rolling around and touching and like your face being smushed up against somebody else's sweaty face that I was like,
Yeah.
we're really gonna do this right now.
And now in the summer when Ken has the heat turned
cranks
on,
the
Potentially,
heat up.
yeah.
it's 90 degrees in the gym, but he still turns the heat on, and then we have puddles, and we just like
Slip and slide. Literally.
Literally sometimes.
We have after
I have
class,
a video.
like,
I think
it's disgusting.
I think it was you were rolling with someone, and I had Natalie take a video, and I go running and slide into you and whoever you were rolling with. It's so gross.
It's disgusting.
It's disgusting.
But it's
We
like
get used
so
to it.
normal.
It's
Like
whatever.
if somebody else who wasn't in jiu-jitsu came and saw that, they'd be like, what are you guys filming, a Fear Factor or something? And we're like, it's a normal Tuesday.
I took a video this past summer of me wringing out my
I
rash
remember
guard
that. Yep.
outside. I had you take that video,
Yeah,
and I
it was
posted on my Instagram story, and I had a dude slide up
Ew.
and respond to it, and he's like, you could sell that. Like, you could
Ew.
sell
Ew.
it. I'm like, hey,
You could, you probably could.
That's,
gotta pay the
yeah.
bill somehow, so if
Yeah, I
anyone out
promise.
there is looking for used sweat.
Go to your local
Oh.
jiu-jitsu gym.
Gross.
Ew.
Oh man. Well, speaking of our gym and how we
Yeah.
get to have it 90 degrees in the summer,
Yeah. Does
Natalie-
feel better the next day on your muscles though.
it does. It does.
It
At the
does.
time, it sucks.
It's better for you.
And it was
but it's not
67
fun.
degrees in the gym on Monday for
Yeah,
women's
that's
class, and I was like,
terrible.
I need my parka. It's cold. I'm
It feels
freezing.
terrible.
Yeah.
I don't. Like, when you go to a competition, I think that was, like, one of the first things I noticed was how cold it
Mhm.
was. And I was like,
Man, it's cold
how?
on your feet.
Yeah, like, you're just shivering, and you're like, I'm supposed to take my sweatshirt off right now, and then I'm supposed to, like, start moving. I want to roll up in a blanket. Like, that was rough.
That's true.
We should start taking a heated blanket with us to comps. That would be fun. That'd be
Yeah.
good.
Those snuggies.
I have one. I have
need
one
to
at
get
work.
one.
I have one at work. I'm wearing it all the time. I'm on meetings, and my boss is just like, hey, talk to me in 20 years and tell me if you're having heat flashes or if you're still cold.
I'm still cold.
Yeah.
Perfect.
At office, I'm still cold.
Anywho, Natalie,
Yes.
do you want to introduce our gym and where we train and all the things? And yeah,
Absolutely. So we all train at Underground Jiu-Jitsu. That's in Dousman, Wisconsin. Small little town.
Because we're gonna go worldwide.
We are. It's coming. Wisconsin, for those of you that don't know. Little small town outside of somewhere halfway in between Madison and Milwaukee. So it's off of 94, across from Oconomowoc, basically. Right on Main Street. 236 North Main Street. Anyway, we opened about 3 years ago. We opened in a smaller spot in Dousman and grew out of that route
Very quickly.
pretty quickly.
How long were you there?
6
months?
8 months, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
It wasn't very long. We were already looking for a new place in 6 months, and then so we grew out of that pretty fast. And then now we have this place, little old school building, and we keep taking more and more space of it to add more and more to the gym. But anyway, so yeah, Underground Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah.
And
They keep taking room by room. So we have the upstairs, the main part of the gym, where we've got 2 mat spaces and a full MMA cage.
Right.
And then I was Bob the Builder.
Yeah.
Ken was Bob the Builder, because
Yeah.
he also has Prairie Woodworking.
oh yeah, shout out.
Shout out to them, to him and Natalie, their other business. But he built us a CGI pit in the basement.
Yeah.
And then I think next was the women's locker room. right?
Yes, because when we built the pit, he built
Yeah.
men's locker room downstairs, so we took over the locker room.
It was
So
probably like when you were gone.
Yeah, I think it was.
yeah, it was. Something changes every time I leave.
Every time.
I just got back from Mexico and nothing changed. I was
Oh,
actually a little
I'm sorry.
disappointed.
I didn't mean to disappoint.
I thought
Yeah.
the pod
I'll let you
lab was
know.
going to be
I'll let
finished.
you know. The what?
I thought the pod lab was going to be finished. Just kidding.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Yeah, women's locker room, and then
Yeah.
I prettied it up to make it look like
Yeah.
women belong there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we kicked the men out, kicked them out to the basement.
Mm-hmm.
They no longer have a bathroom, but us women have a very nice bathroom in our locker room, so we're lucky with that. And then I think next was the green room for the
Yeah.
weight training.
Weight training,
So we-
sauna.
Yep, we just got a sauna.
I need to go and use that.
I do too.
It's nice.
I was thinking about it the other day. It's so cold here.
Friday when it's gonna be -40, I will be
Yeah.
in the sauna.
Yeah.
I'll come to the gym, not to grapple, just to
No.
Yep.
take turns in the sauna.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you took over this room. I think at the same time that you took over the green room, right?
Somewhere in there, yeah.
And this room was, mainly because there's a full bathroom in here
There's
with
a
a shower.
Yeah.
But now, once again, the women have taken over this room and it is our new pod lab.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Sorry, not sorry.
you guys will be seeing some changes. For right now, we've got our poster back here. But I just ordered our backdrop and the lights.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's
so
gonna be so cute.
we're gonna rearrange.
We're gonna
It's
make
gonna
it
be very
Make it
cute.
pretty.
So, we all have a little bit of a different role in the gym. So do we want to start, how do we want to start with our roles in the gym?
What's yours?
You go ahead. and
You
start.
you start.
You're gonna make me start?
Pretty
Yeah.
important to our gym is Chelsea. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you're important because that's how this all got started, anyways.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
To the gym and the podcast.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So you go.
Okay, so my role in the gym, I have trained with Ken and Natalie since I started. We trained at another gym, and then Ken and Natalie opened their own gym, and I was cross-training for a bit there, and then I decided to fully switch over to underground. And I don't know how long after that, I ended up getting my blue belt. And then shortly after that, you guys had signs up throughout the gym looking for people interested in teaching. And I was like, well, maybe I would be interested in, teaching a women's class here and there. And so just over a year ago now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably
It was
close to a
September,
year.
I think. It was right.
Almost
Just,
a year and a
yeah, it was a
half.
little over a year. Because
Yeah.
it was. That's a good segue into another topic. But
I
it
know.
was. It was like beginning of September, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
took over the women's program. We had a women's program before, but it wasn't huge. We didn't really promote it much.
No, I didn't. We
And so then I took over probably about a year and a half ago now. So running our women's program. We did have a gi class for a while there, but me personally, I hate the gi. And we just couldn't get a lot of interest in the gi, more interest in the no-gi, so we switched to strictly
where the
no-gi.
interest is.
Yeah, exactly, go where the interest is. So strictly no-gi, Mondays and Wednesdays, 5:30 to 6:30, and we've got a good little group going right now.
Yep.
Keep continuing to build it, but yeah, that's my main role. And then I guess washed up competitor now. Hopefully we'll be getting back
Taking
up.
a break, competitor.
Yeah, we're on a hiatus, but that's a story for another day.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so run the women's program and I compete for underground. Well, on a hiatus of competing, but that is my role at the gym. Should we go to Tori next?
I'm just a member.
I just show
I
up.
just come. I just come. That's it.
Yeah.
I just show up to women's class.
Well, you're important in the women's
Huge
class.
supporter too. You come to our events. You help our events. You donate to our events.
If Natalie's not around, or she's jumping back and forth between
Which
classes,
is often.
yes, you're my uki.
And
You're my little uki, and you're so good at it. I didn't have you on Monday, and I was just looking around the room. I'm like, oh no,
what do I do?
And I wasn't there either.
You weren't there either. Mel was great.
Mel was your
great.
rookie?
Oh.
Mel was my
Thank you,
rookie.
Mel.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Mel. I really appreciate you letting me throw you around.
Oh, darn, I missed it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you missed takedowns.
Shoot.
Single legs.
Oh, darn.
Yeah.
So sad.
But yeah, you're a supporter, you're a member, you're a team member. Tori has competed. She did an ADCC. Her and I went to Miami.
Open in Miami for
Yes.
the first one.
Never competed. Went to an ADCC Open in Miami. And it was just her and I that went.
Yeah.
And I was also competing. So,
Yeah, it was a bit chaotic.
it was very chaotic.
It was fun.
She had random coaches, and then when I was getting done with my matches, I was sprinting across the convention
Just see
center.
her out of the corner of my eye, like knee sliding
Like
into the
dying.
edge of the mat.
And I'm like yelling at her. I'm like, no, don't go there. But yeah, so you do more than just show up.
Yeah.
So
You do.
you're a big supporter.
I try.
But probably most important person in this room to the
Definitely.
gym. Don't even.
Well,
Natalie.
as good as our members and our teachers.
That's
right?
true. That's true. Natalie, what do you do at the gym?
So I am part owner. I own it with my husband. We started it together 3 years ago, as we said before. So yeah, that's I do a lot of the administrative stuff. If you are looking to be a new member, I'm the one that's going to help you sign up. Most of the marketing.
You're doing
Lot.
much better this time around because before you're
Yeah.
like, I don't do much.
I don't do anything. We're like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I guess a lot of the social media, not all of it. Ken and I share it, but a lot of the social media, most of the flyers, and a good amount of the planning of events. So yes, that part pretty much falls to me.
So Ken and Natalie can't do anything small.
Go big or
So-
go home.
A lot of our events blow all the way up, which we'll
Start out like this, and then pretty soon it's
yeah.
Yeah.
We'll go into that in a minute. I don't want to jump back to the next topic, so we'll go into our next topic. But we will come back to how you guys blow things out of the water.
Sounds good.
But I guess next we wanted to talk about the purpose of the podcast and how it got started. So I guess I can kind of talk on it.
Yeah.
Um,
It's a lot of you there.
It was a lot of me there. So I have always wanted to start a podcast. And I was really wanting to start a podcast that was on national parks. So if anyone listening knows me, I know you guys know this about me, but anyone out there listening that knows me personally, we didn't say our names.
Oh.
Let's do that quick. I'm Chelsea Kaneberg.
I'm
Oh
Tori
my gosh.
Sterner.
And I'm Natalie Cranston.
We're noobs,
We
guys.
were too excited.
We're so excited to talk. Anyways, so if anyone out there knows me, Chelsea Kaneberg, you know I like national parks. So I really wanted to start a podcast about traveling to national parks and like tips and tricks and kind of like the routes that I do because I do a lot of research into it. But when you do a podcast, me personally, I'm not like a huge fan of listening to just one person talk. I like the banter. And I don't really have anyone to do that with me right now. So I was like, well, let's start a jiu-jitsu podcast because I think I can sucker some people into that. So I had kind of goals for 2026 on how to grow the women's program and everything. And one of them was starting a podcast. It was like lower on the list, and it was maybe something that I was like, probably not going to happen. But I got invited by my friends down at RMMA, sorry guys, down in Bartlett, Illinois. So that is Joey Deal's gym. Him and Kyle are big down there. Kyle Perkins, very, very nice people. But some of their girls have a podcast called Grips and Grit, a girl's guide to jiu-jitsu. So it's run by Taylor, Katie, and Christy, which I am friends with all three of them. And they invited me onto their podcast. So Natalie and I went down for an open mat in December, I think it was.
Yes.
Something like
Yeah,
that.
it was last month because I couldn't.
And did the podcast with them, and it was a blast. Which, by the way, go listen to their podcast. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
They're good shit.
Yeah,
So, but yeah, it was a blast, and it seemed more attainable. So I think before I went down, I had mentioned something during women's class and been like, who would be interested in doing a jiu-jitsu podcast, and no one answered me except for Tori. Was like, I might.
Yep.
I will. Yep.
I was going, yep.
So yeah, I went down there, and then when I came back, I was like, all right, this seems attainable, and so I started a group chat, primarily with Tori, to be like, hey, but then I said, hey, Natalie, you need to be part of this as well. I know you don't like to talk, and I know you don't like to be on camera, but
but please,
you're one of my best friends.
So here I am.
Yeah.
So she got
we forced her a little bit.
Remember when I said that I could sucker people in? Got them. But yeah, so I was at work. There was a day at work where I just didn't want to do price increases or something. Probably on my lunch break, I was thinking about it, and I texted you guys, and I was like, all right, so do we want to do this? And you guys agreed.
Yep. Let's do it.
I ordered the microphones that day.
Yep.
And I was like, all right, they'll be here in a couple
It was
of days.
before your lunch break, because you're like, would you be interested? And then, like, an hour later, you're like, okay, so actually, I have time, and I looked into all of this, so this is what we're going to do. And we're like, okay, sounds good.
I dropped some names. I used a lot of ChatGPT. Let's be real.
Yeah.
I used ChatGPT. I was like, good jiu-jitsu podcast names.
Yeah.
She Rolls Rogue was up there, and I think I sent 3 options, and that's what we settled on.
Yeah, there was a few other ones, and
This was a while.
they were cute, but it wasn't, like, us.
It wasn't our vibe.
Yeah,
This is more our vibe.
definitely.
But yeah, so that's kind of how the podcast got started. This is take 2 of episode 1, like we mentioned earlier, and so we got the microphones, and I think 2 days later we recorded our first podcast episode, and so it was within a matter of 7 days this thing was started.
Yeah.
Yep.
So pretty quick, but we'll have fun with it. I think it'll be fun. But we want the podcast to kind of focus on women's jiu-jitsu and growing the sport in that aspect, but we are going to have some men on.
Not just any old man, though.
We're not just going to pull any guy off the mat and be like, oh, you like jiu-jitsu? Come talk to us. So I'm sorry, guys. But we're going to be looking for, like, competitors, coaches, gym owners, that kind of thing. We have a seminar, like, once a year and have some big names come in. So I would love to, last year we had Chris Wojcik out. I would love to have whoever we have next on the podcast. So we just had Helena Cravar out
So cool.
a week before we started our podcast.
Unfortunately.
So maybe we can, we have a little bit of an in with her now. She knows we're real people. So maybe if we're at a competition somewhere, we can bring the mics and ask her to sit down with us for 15 minutes and just do like a quick rapid fire with her. But yeah, so if there's any... We will be talking about topics. One topic I really want to talk about soon is rule sets and our favorite rule set to compete under. There's so many rule sets out there.
Yeah.
And I think, well, we'll go into it in another episode, but I have my favorite rule set. So, but yeah, if there's anyone out there, if you have suggestions on guests that you would like to see on the podcast or topics you would like to see us talk about, shoot us a DM, leave us a comment on YouTube or under this video. We're on Instagram and we're on Facebook. So give us a follow and interact with us. Let us know what you want to hear. But that's basically the podcast.
Yeah.
Everything we want to do with that.
Okay.
So it's
And
Tori's turn to talk.
Okay. We'll introduce ourselves better next time.
Yes, we skipped that. That was an epic fail.
That's okay.
Oh well.
Could have one.
Yeah.
The
Bloopers.
first one.
That'll be the first blooper I post.
Right.
So here at Underground we do run some events. Like I said, we do a big seminar every year. There's works of another thing that we won't speak about on the podcast right now.
Surprise.
It's a surprise. But one thing that we will speak about is our women's events that we do. So I don't know if Tori wants to kind of go into our seminars that we've done. Last time we recorded, we started talking about it, and then I was like, wait, did we say what it was?
No.
So, Tori, do you want to go into our women's seminar and open mat.
Yeah. Well, okay, so naturally, because it's Natalie planning things, it started out as something this tiny and then blew into a huge women's seminar that was benefiting a charity, which is so cool. But it is to get, I guess, essentially women together on the mat. And then last year was Sojourners.
Yep.
In Milwaukee.
Yep.
And that was for domestic violence women that benefited from that. So that was really fun and really cool to be able to support a place like that. And then this year was Woven.
Natalie.
You go on ahead with that because I'm not going to say it right. No.
Woven is the Women's Independent Veterans Network.
Which I should know that of all of us, but I
which is a branch of the Milwaukee
confused.
Homeless Veterans Initiative.
Yeah. So we... No, go ahead.
No, I was just laughing. It's such a hard name to remember.
I don't know why it shouldn't be, but that was really cool to benefit this year. We did that in, November for Veterans Day, just the month of... I don't know, just getting women on the mat, getting us all together, learning from different instructors. Last year we had Chelsea.
She knows me. She knows my name.
I'm so bad at the last names. Rachel and Brooke.
So Rachel and Brooke both train at Freeform in Milwaukee, down near the third ward. Tori's kicking her water over.
Oh, that's what that was.
But yeah, so Rachel's a brown belt. I believe she's a 4-stripe.
Yeah, at least 3, but I think
At
she's
least
4.
3.
I think you're right, 4 stripe.
And then Brooke, I believe, is still a purple belt.
Yep.
Probably due to get her brown belt here pretty soon, I think, maybe?
I don't know.
I'm not sure. Brooke, leave us a comment. Correct us. But yeah, so I taught the knee cut pass, Brooke taught a double leg, and then Rachel taught the tripod sweep.
Mm-hmm.
I believe she went to a submission, but I can't 100% remember.
I was so new.
You were very new.
I had just started.
Yeah, you probably were like, what have I
There,
done?
it was so much information. It was really cool, but I was just like,
Yeah.
I'm just here in awe of like all the girls and all the things.
And then this last year, I taught again. I taught some leg locks, knee bars, and toe holds. We do need to go into our favorite submissions as well.
Okay.
And then Amber Tucker, who's a black belt over at Rufus Sport, she taught arm bars from literally everywhere. I felt very, very bad for Jamie as her uki. And then Jamie,
Boppery.
thank you. Sorry, Jamie. Just got her black belt under Ryan Courtney over at Crossover. So, for anyone that doesn't know, Underground is actually affiliated with Ryan Courtney.
Yeah.
So, she just got her black belt, so huge congrats to Jamie. We'll have to get her on the podcast eventually. But, the point of it was originally to just have an open mat and get women together, and then it just blew up. And we raised a bunch of money. We did silent auction and raffles. We had food and drinks. This last year, TMJ4 came out.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was cool. They had the date on the calendar wrong, so they came out a week after the event.
Right.
But we have their direct contact, and so we're hoping to get them out to cover the event on the actual day next year. So if anyone out there has a charity that they know about, Natalie, I will let Natalie speak on this part.
Local charity, preferably one that benefits women in some way, or young women, young girls, just because it is a women's event. But I guess I'm not married to that idea specifically, but I do want it to be a small local charity. So if you have any ideas, shoot them out to me.
Yeah. shoot us a DM, leave a comment, tag the pages, because we are still looking for that charity for this next year. We kind of threw around a couple ideas right after the women's event, but then, like we said, Ken and Natalie have lots of things that they want to do, so we kind of got away from it a little bit, but we'll start planning.
In May, we gotta start figuring stuff out by May. It takes a long time to do that.
Yeah, so in a couple of months, we'll be releasing a date on that, and then releasing the charity name. So if anyone out there knows.
If you're a small business owner and you want to donate and get your name out there to people,
help sponsor.
Yeah, we'll splash your name all over social media.
Yeah.
So
lots of opportunities.
Yeah. I think the coolest thing this last year, so the first year we did it, it was a lot of women that we personally knew. Mm-hmm. We love our friends. They support us. Like, we go support our friends too. So that was super cool. But this year we had a lot of women that I didn't personally know.
Lots of them.
Gyms from all over. I think 12 different gyms were represented. So if you think about that, that's pretty cool that a small town Wisconsin gym puts on a women's seminar and open mat, and 12 different gyms are represented. And it wasn't all just our friends. It was people that we had never seen before.
Yeah.
So that was super cool. But segueing into another event, Natalie, do you want to talk about what we have coming up in February?
Sure.
Sure.
So we're going to do a women's open house, which is slightly different than the open mat. The open mat, we generally, first of all, we're teaching some technique, but also we're anticipating people will roll. And then in this case, we're looking for people with experience are certainly welcome to come, but we're hoping to bring new women in that are interested but kind of intimidated, and we come across a lot of people that when they meet us, they'll say, "Oh, I would love to do that," or they'll comment on something Chelsea had done. I think you had several comments on something.
Yeah, the last
always
time
wanted to try it.
Yeah, the last time I plastered some Facebook groups with just like our women's schedule and our poster, I had like probably 8 to 10 women reach out to me and say like, "Oh, I've always wanted to try and message me and say they're coming the next week, and then they didn't show up. So I think it's an intimidation thing.
And so actually taking that first step on the mat is hard, I think. And so we thought maybe if we did, this was Chelsea and I brainstorming and then talking with Tori as well, like what could we do to get those women on the mat, and we had kind of come up with the idea of doing an open house where they can come and have snacks and just sit, and if they want to try something on the mat they can, but they certainly are not obligated to. If they just want to watch, they can just watch. We'll have some demonstrations of what more experienced jiu-jitsu players look like as opposed to possibly even what some newbies look like. So yeah, come on out.
February 21st from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Yep, Saturday. So come out, so have some snacks, have some coffee, and
hang out, ask
hang
questions.
out,
I think that was a huge thing for me, is I just had so many questions.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like when I finally got to talk to you, when I first met you, it was just like some of the stupid questions, some of the things that you just think.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, now I don't feel as intimidated.
Right.
And you don't want to take up time in a class by asking all these questions, so
Right.
now they don't have to worry about taking up
Yeah.
other people's time, because that's what we're there for.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
And it is going to be Galentine's themed. We always have a theme.
Oh,
So it will be Galentine's themed. So keep a lookout online for flyers coming out soon about that.
give
and
yourself a present.
Yeah, it should be a good time. Hopefully we get some women in the door. So
Bring a friend.
Yeah.
bring many friends. Make it a Galentine's
A
Day.
girls' day,
Yes.
where you just go out of your comfort zone and have interest in something.
Try something new.
Yeah.
Do something for yourself. That's the biggest thing I've gotten from jiu-jitsu is the confidence.
Oh my god. I think we do a whole episode on that.
We'll have to do a whole
Yeah, we
episode
will.
on that. We will.
I could talk days about that.
Yes. Do we want to talk quick, now that we've gone over our events and everything, do we want to talk quick back to the podcast? I know I didn't want to jump around, but we forgot to say what we do for the podcast.
Yeah.
So, like me personally, I'm doing all of the editing and the audio, so I've got the computer over here. First episode we recorded, I was like talking to the mic. But I figured out the audio better now, so we're redoing that. But I'll do the videos and the social media aspect of it. I do send it to you guys, but yeah, you guys help with that. Natalie, do you want to talk about what you've done?
I did a lot of the design for the logo and the help from others, but in the end, I usually end up doing a lot of the flyers and stuff like that. So I'll continue to do those as you want.
Yeah,
as
sure.
you need.
And then Tori, do you want to talk about what you're doing for the podcast?
I'm the merch girl. So any stuff that you want will be, that is my thing. Which we will be doing.
Speaking of.
Oh, speaking of, check for a post tomorrow about a merch giveaway if you're interested in getting something from us.
So, quick side bit. Before we started recording, Tori goes, I'm going to say tomorrow because I know you guys will correct me if I say tomorrow and you don't realize. We're saying tomorrow from when this releases.
When this releases. Yes. The day after this releases.
Yeah, the day after this releases. So just be watching the social media. We will be doing a giveaway, fun little giveaway. But we are at 40 minutes.
Goes by so quick.
I know. So we are trying to keep these episodes between 30 and 45 minutes. So I guess we should end here pretty quick. But do we want to talk about our favorite submissions just to end this episode?
That sounds like a good thing to end it on.
I'm going to make Tori go first on this one. What is your favorite submission?
Okay, last time though I said rear naked.
She's thought about it.
Was my favorite. And while I don't disagree with that, I just think any type of choke is my favorite. Like, not that specifically, but chokes in general are my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah.
She gets to the back a lot, so...
that's my favorite place to be, but I like moving from there just for any type of choke.
Okay. So if you guys are ever interested in coming to an open mat, we have open mats basically every weekend. So come out, roll with us. But for Tori, she will get on your back and choke you. So watch out for that. Natalie.
So my favorite,
I wonder.
My favorite, I have two. I like calf slicers. Calf slicers and Aoki locks. Those are my two favorites.
So Natalie gets those from literally everywhere. So once again, if you come roll with us,
hide your legs.
Hide your legs. She's going to get them. And she's very quick with them.
Yeah.
So, and from everywhere.
Literally everywhere.
Yeah. So you just tuck your legs.
Yeah.
But
Andrews?
yeah. My favorite submission. I'll go my old one.
Yeah.
My old one was armbar. Everyone kind of learned to hide their arms from me. Your husband, when he first started here, he's like, gosh damn it, I got armbar again. And so I actually just got him the other day.
Good.
The other week, I got him an armbar. He's like, wow, it's been a long time, because he made it his goal to not get armbarred by me. So yeah, but armbars used to be my favorite. They're still good.
You're still gonna find them.
Yeah.
I still look for them, but try not to hit them as much anymore. But now I'm more onto like knee bars, toe holds, and heel hooks. So anything like attack, I kind of like.
Leg entanglements are fun.
They're a lot of
They're
fun.
just fun. Yeah.
They are fun. Firm believer in that you should be teaching everyone leg locks. So we just got done with women's class actually a little bit ago, and we have Beth, who is new. I think this was her and I talked every class. I think this is her 5th class.
Okay.
Yeah.
And against the rules, we definitely taught her belly down ankle, straight ankle today.
Yeah.
So,
I posted the video on my story.
yes, so go check the socials. You'll see her doing a belly down ankle lock. So we're firm believers here at Underground that everyone should know every piece of the body. So, but yeah, should we close out? Because we're at 44 minutes and 2 seconds. So I don't want to go over our 45-minute limit.
Okay.
It's not a limit. We can go over it occasionally. But this is supposed to be a quick intro episode.
We talk too much.
That's why we have a podcast. Because we like to talk.
We have a lot to say. But yeah, so this is She Rolls Rogue, and we do have a little punchline to end on. So just remember to Always roll rogue. You messed it up.
I knew I was gonna mess it up. It's because my phone wasn't up. It wasn't ready.
She's like, I couldn't read it. I didn't see it. Should we try one more time?
We should.
Okay, so just remember to always roll
Roll.
rogue. That was still bad.
Yeah.
We'll hit it on episode 2, you guys. But thank you. Have a good night. We'll be here next week.